Look about Mackenzie's fake boyfriend.
I won't talk about
Okay,
that.
cool. And we're live. I'm Cameron Deshnod. Yeah, and we're whatever you want.
I want to talk about
Anytime.
something. I want to talk about something. I want to talk about something.
What do you want to talk about, Jason?
Blue's Clues.
Why do you want to talk about Blue's Clues?
Well, I didn't really want to, but you can't lie to me. When
I
you saw
really
the salt and the
won't.
pepper, you didn't think of Blue's Clues?
Not once.
Really?
I didn't watch Blue's Clues.
Paprika?
Nope.
You didn't watch Blue's Clues?
Nope. Let me correct that. I'm sure I might have at one point when I was very young. From that point forward, no. Like,
But Steve?
I know who it is. Didn't he have a bunch of legal things?
No.
I'm pretty sure he might have. Like the first.
No,
season.
don't say that.
I might look it up.
John Cena was going to replace him and be him.
Really? Well, maybe that's what I remember. Maybe I'm still thinking of what's his name, Schneider.
Yeah, but don't. I mean, it might have been one of the Steves. I don't know. No. Stop this.
Well, I have to look it up now. But
Well,
continue
now we can't even talk about Blue's Clues because
though.
you don't know anything. You
What-
don't
what
know
happened to
anything.
Steven Blue's Clues? Do you remember Steve? Steve Burns, huh?
Steve
I was
Burns.
just the sick fashion sense. He did have a sick fashion sense. I'm
Yeah.
actually very close to it right now.
Steve's fine.
There's an Nickelodeon, yada yada yada. French accent, seducing. Show immediately blew up, and kids. Burn had all of him.
He's really trying. He's really trying to find some dirt.
No, I'll tell you. Do you want me to tell you what the title of the thing is?
What?
What really happened to Steve from Blue's Clues? Did he go to jail?
But did he go to jail?
I don't know. I'm looking for it now. Continue though. I don't want to just be looking this
Well,
up.
I can't continue because
Why?
you don't
There's
know
all
how to
the
talk
shit
about
you
it.
I
The
can
point would have
never
been we
look
would have had a nice conversation about Blue's Clues, but you don't know anything about Blue's Clues, so I can't have a nice conversation about Blue's Clues when you don't know anything about it. It would just be me talking to myself like I'm doing right now. That's not fun.
No, it's really not, Jason. You're also not very interested.
That's fair.
Additionally, we're say he was loved.
It was a really good show, by the way. It was actually really funny.
Okay. So maybe I think I found where all the like problems come out around it. He was in Law and Order episodes, I believe. And I think, there's like the fake whatever, like trials and stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's where people like got images and stuff of him like going to jail.
Oh,
And then he left shortly after, not because he actually did go to jail. It's
he
'cause
wants to do other stuff.
Yeah, he went to do other stuff, and he felt like it was a lot of pressure being on a kid show because people like looked up to him, and he didn't want to like disappoint them or
I
blow
think
the lines.
he was replaced with some guy named Dan, I think.
Really? Danny?
No.
Danny from Blue's Clues
No.
the whole time?
No. Well, I guess we can't talk about Blue's Clues, but we can
Wow.
talk about what can we talk about? What do you want to talk about in there?
Well, I actually.
Oh, sleep schedule.
We can talk about the sleep schedule. Our sleep schedule. Well, do we really want to out ourselves?
Would that be bad? I don't think that's
Yeah,
bad.
probably.
I think it's
That's
weird if
I
you don't
think
go
it's
to
really
sleep at
bad.
like 4.
For the Jason, I think it's bad. I just wish that it didn't have to happen every now and again.
What? Going to sleep at 4 every time?
Yeah.
Well, I think
Every
we're just in this spot where it's just not going to happen.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. There's so much work, and you know who you are. I am calling you out. It's not funny.
Say your
I'm
name. You
not
won't
laughing.
say the name. You won't say the name. You won't say the name.
I really will.
You won't say the name.
Okay, you want me to?
Yeah. I don't really
I'll
care.
say it wrong.
Genuinely,
You-
that wasn't a joke. Cam does not know how
I-
to pronounce the name.
No, I mean I do, but it's much more fun to like constantly mess around, especially because Eli gets tight about it, and I like Eli. Only to an extent though. Eli withholds information constantly. Didn't he do it again last night?
Probably.
Wasn't there something else that he like withheld from us?
So our friend Eli, he's the brightest on the floor,
Oh, absolutely.
but also the dumbest in Loftus. I don't know how that works. You could ask him about it. I'm
Yeah.
not really
You
sure.
could ask him about it. He has a response for you, but
It's
can
not
you
a good one.
understand it?
Yeah,
no,
it's-
it's not a good one. Speaking of not good responses to recently learned information, we do have to correct ourselves.
What?
It may disappoint longtime viewers of the show. It disappointed us, but everybody's favorite ship, Dan and Mackenzie, is not a thing. I know. It's upsetting. It's really upsetting, guys. I wish I didn't have to break it to you like that. I wish there was some other way, but there are some unavoidable truths in this world, and that was just one of them. I just, it's hard. It's hard to admit this stuff in front of you guys because you really helped us. We're so popular, and I didn't want to have to come out like this, but it's just not happening. We have to accept that, and we have to respect them and their decisions on what they want to do. And I just, it's hard.
What are we talking about?
Something about Blue's Clues. Anyway, I didn't watch Blue's Clues at all.
That's strange to me.
Yeah,
So what'd you watch? Did you watch The Wiggles?
I was a big fan of the
Oh,
Wiggles.
I was a big
I was.
Wait, did I ever tell you
Big
that my mom used to say that? Well, my middle name is Anthony.
Okay.
And she used to be like, your middle name's Anthony because Anthony from The Wiggles. And I thought that for a very long time until my sister
Yeah.
said that was so dumb that you believe that that's
Oh,
not
yeah.
true at all. And then I started to cry.
Oh, poor. See, I have a very why do moms get all people about liking the Wiggles? I like the Wiggles a lot, and apparently, I'm sure at one point when I was little, I was like, "Yo, I want to be a Wiggle," and I'm never allowed to let I can't live it down. They
My
bring
mom
it up
also supported
every
it.
time.
My mom supported it. I got a
No,
big
I
red
minded it.
car. The big red car. I got one of those.
Really?
But it was like, not
Yeah.
like a really.
Oh,
But I'll tell you something though.
Yeah.
I have like a little story.
Okay.
The first and only concert
Little
I've
story.
ever been to was the Wiggles one
Really?
in Madison Square Garden.
Wow.
The also the only time I've ever been to Madison Square Garden.
Really?
People always ask me why I don't go to concerts. I don't think besides a person like
Besides
Kanye,
the Wiggles,
besides-
I mean, like,
well,
who
besides
are
a person like Kanye, there's not a lot of artists where I just like listen to only them. Where I'm like, I'm going to pay money for a concert, you know?
Yeah.
But
nice.
that's just me. But anyways, I went to the concert. I shook Jeff's hand, the purple Wiggle. I shook his hand.
Wow.
I
that's
actually I
insane.
remember it
The
specifically.
purple Wiggle.
Because he was going around shaking people's hands and I was on the end. And
Wow.
but that was overshadowed by the worst night of my life because it was the worst night of my life in the sense that I was the only one apparently. Well, okay, I'll explain this.
Yeah, go on.
You know the Wiggles.
I really
you know,
hope it goes to like the territory of, and I was the only person in the crowd who took off their clothes. I thought everyone was doing it.
well, no, I'll tell you,
It
I was the only
wasn't
person in the crowd. See, what happened was Dorothy the dinosaur. Common knowledge, she likes roses. You
Okay.
got to know that. If you know the Wiggles, you know Dorothy the dinosaur likes roses.
Okay.
It's common knowledge. I apparently am the only person in the crowd who does not get the memo that you were supposed to give Dorothy the dinosaur a rose.
Oh,
I was the only one without a
no.
rose. I felt so bad.
You were embarrassed in front of the Wiggles.
I was like, wait,
it comes out.
where's the rose?
Where's-
And we were like, I don't know, I'm supposed to
Yeah,
get a
no,
rose.
I didn't get a rose. It would have been funnier if you like took one too.
If I took a rose,
Yeah, you just like grabbed one off the stage.
like I just beat a kid
Yeah.
up for it. Like, I want the, I need the. It was really upsetting.
Wow, dude, I can't believe you embarrassed yourself like that.
In front of the Wiggles.
Yeah, in front of the Wiggles.
Right after I
You're
shook his
heroes.
hand,
Oh
I
yeah.
had.
Well,
I was
you-
in.
It was one of those moments where he shook his hands like, nice to meet you, and then he saw it at the corner of his eye and he goes,
Immediately washes his hands.
yeah, like he chopped it off. That's actually why they stopped performing. He chopped off his hand. He couldn't play music anymore.
Now there's a bunch of new Wiggles and they're all weird.
Really?
Yeah.
Trying back to the last episode, which I don't put part 2 in because I'm bad at this job. Entree and them, they did like a spoof kind of on the Wiggles
did.
and kids bands.
They did.
Again from the show Victorious.
Andre carried the show.
Yeah, Andre. You know what? I really liked. Robbie had really good
Robbie
parts.
was good.
Trina, I thought it was just like I would say I'm sure you can find people out there a unique character.
Yeah.
Where it's like the joke was that she wasn't
Yeah.
ugly.
St. John
and
was
she
genuinely funny.
Oh, St. John was. He was such a good. Who acted?
I don't know. But he was
played
really
him?
good.
That guy should have done more stuff because he really nailed. He got into that role.
Yeah.
Like that's hard to pull off without feeling like, oh no, I
Well,
am the weirdo
Also,
nerd.
but also playing the weirdo nerd, he
Yeah.
made it come off as he didn't overdo it. He wasn't cringy.
Oh,
he
yeah,
was
no.
genuinely funny.
He was not only was he genuinely funny, I believed that he was the weirdo nerd. Sometimes
Yeah.
you're like clearly, for instance, if
If
what's his last name?
Dwayne the Rock Johnson came in
Yeah,
and played a weirdo nerd in
He
a
does.
show,
he does do that.
for what?
There is a movie.
Well, there's no way that's sincere. Like, there's no way they
What?
did that. Like, they had to do that ironically.
I'm sure that was like. I think the joke was probably like.
Hey,
obviously,
it's
Dwayne the Rock
Dwayne
Johnson is not a nerd,
Johnson.
but he wears like a pony shirt and stuff, and he's like a brony, and
That's probably funny.
he's
though.
really into it, and he's like not good at social situations, and like everybody picks on him and
Yeah.
stuff, and I like that's definitely part of the joke. But to get a genuine nerd, you know what I mean? Like to get that feeling, Freddie Benson kind of does it, but here's the problem: St. John, you look at him and you're like, he's got a punchable face.
Yeah.
Freddie Benson
He
never
got
really
jacked.
did. Oh no,
He
like,
got
if
jacked.
Nathan was it Nathan
Kress.
Yeah, Nathan Crest. I almost said Nathan Seacrest. If Nathan Crest tried to play Freddy again, like right now, like reprise a role,
That would-
he absolutely could not. Even toward the later seasons, they toned down the nerd stuff where he gets bullied. They make like a
becomes
point
Chad.
because he gets ripped and his voice gets deeper, and it's just
And
so
both of
clear
them
that
at
he's-
one point like him.
yeah, and it's so clear that he's not a nerd anymore. And not that like you can't be a nerd and be like cool. You know, they're the smart kids and they like go with glasses. We aren't them, but like if Danny put on glasses, it'd be really attractive. But we're not them. He's just such a jock by the end of the series.
Yeah,
so hard to relate to.
And this has some actually no relation, but it will cause controversy.
Yep.
Who's the most attractive on the e-board?
Most attractive? Which e-board? That we're both a part of. Both of them.
WICR.
The WICR e-board.
I still think Danny.
Oh man, Danny is one attractive man. I will say that. However, I gotta go with the sleeper pick. You forget about him because you're so focused on other things. You know what I mean? I gotta go. I was actually about to compare him. Remember how we just said like Nathan Crest is a good-looking dude who cannot play a nerd. You know what I mean? AJ reminds me of like that. Like I think if AJ played somebody in a show, they'd try to cast him off like that, but it wouldn't work because he genuinely gives off that vibe. You know what I mean?
So did you picked AJ?
I'll pick AJ
for brownie points?
Oh, absolutely, but also because of that, like they go head to head. If AJ didn't have as much power as he did, maybe it'd be Danny, but he has the lack of position, and that matters. You know what I mean? Like look at Trump.
When you put it like that.
Yeah, there's an unintentional comparison there that I hope no one takes to heart.
Yeah, Mackenzie's looking
Let me remind everybody yet again
that we're joking.
We're joking.
Okay, cool. That's
constantly, always. It's a comedy show, guys.
See, okay, so my thing is right.
Jason wants to know your location.
That's I want to know your location. But the thing is, how could people look at us and think that we're serious? You can't. There's no way. Look at us.
It's like looking at Eli and being like, "That's a respectable and smart guy." No, it's not.
It's Eli. It's like when Eli.
Us.
It's like if Eli said he was the brightest on the floor, and you said, "Wow, you might be."
Oh yeah, you believed it. Alright, Alyssa, what were you thinking? Come on.
That was bad.
What do you mean that was bad? It's genuine. Alright, Alyssa. You've seen Eli. He comes into your room and tries to. Why would she do that?
Bad.
Yeah, I thought you meant like me trying to say that.
No. I agree with you.
That's on fair terms.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Like, all right, I guess maybe she didn't. No, because by that point, him and Ram
it was
were
the end of the
doing
semester.
stuff.
It was the end of the semester.
Yeah,
she had a
I
full
appreciate
semester
those,
with Eli.
though. Those are really nice. Thank you. If you're
They're
ever
very
watching
nice,
this, Ari, Alyssa, if you want to support us financially, please do. But those were really nice. I like those.
They were cool.
They were. You'll never understand what we're talking about. That's an inside joke. It's not for you people.
It's only for the 6th floor, which was a good floor for a while until it became really boring, and then 8th floor took place.
8th floor, best floor. I remember one person's name.
And you barely do. You really don't. You know the first letter. But that's Ari Ryan's floor. Shout out to Ari Ryan, who's friends with Danny.
Danny's
and
on it sometimes. Yeah.
We see Danny on the 8th floor. It's
Mackenzie,
so cool.
if you can make an appearance on the 8th floor every now and again, we would appreciate that.
Imagine seeing Mackenzie as well on the 8th floor. That'd be so cool. But Mackenzie
sick.
doesn't come to Loftus because she's Hollywood. You forget.
Oh, well, like, but she's so much more important. That she has so much power now.
Well, yeah, I know.
It's
And
all
the power
about
got to
power.
her head. She's Hollywood. Mackenzie's completely Hollywood.
Do you think that, like, if we see Mackenzie on the street, do you think she'd ever say hi to us?
I highly doubt it.
No, right? Like, I think we've definitely been walking back from Mobile Mart before, and we're just like carrying our groceries, and we're just losers. And she comes out, and she looked like,
oh God, she's on the door. Oh God,
with the door in the oh no,
oh, there she goes. Who was that?
I don't know.
That was
I don't know. Yeah, you know what? I think the worst part is about this show. I realized it last episode, and now I'm just doing it. Rip. That's fair.
What happened?
Rip.
R.I.P.
Yeah. Well, being on the e-board was nice while it lasted.
What'd you realize?
I like that.
Now I'm curious.
I realized that I really enjoy adjusting and playing with this microphone, and you do too. I watch you like play with that one a lot, and it started off genuine. Like the first time I touched this microphone, it was like, oh, I gotta like how does this thing work? And I got like a little annoyed with it. And it was like, I think the first episode, it's like this in my face or something like that.
Remember the first episode?
Yeah, remember when we were recording for an hour and we didn't?
That was actually good. It wasn't bad. Oh my God. Oh,
What did you remember?
Everything goes back and relates. The first episode we talked about Friends, didn't we? In SpongeBob,
Yeah,
we talked about Friends is a bad show, and they might be bringing Friends back. Cameron,
they might be bringing Friends back.
Cameron, they might do a
There's
reboot.
no
Wait,
way.
hold on. Actually, I need confirmation. Can Danny actually come in for a second?
Okay,
I need confirmation on this
Danny, you
because
come
this is actually a serious thing, and I would
you would be sad if you
Danny,
messed it up.
Are they bringing back Friends?
I don't know. I saw like
You saw the post
I
too.
saw the post. Like
There-
everyone was putting out their stories. I was like, what? It's like I never
Okay.
saw Friends in the first place.
What are they? But there's a difference between bringing it back
look it
and rebooting it.
So
though.
wait, you and Danny talk. I'm gonna look it up.
Yep. Okay. Danny, you're an avid Friends watcher, right?
I am not an avid Friend watcher.
If you were
I
to
know people
guess,
that are.
Mackenzie and us still friends?
You guys are very good friends. Don't worry. You
Oh,
guys are still
awesome!
friends.
I'm glad. I'm really glad. I thought our position was compromised, but
No, you're good.
looks like we're good.
Oh,
Yeah, okay. There's a third microphone.
So what it is? It's not a whole thing. Oh yeah, Danny. You can.
Danny, I know you're
But
new
are you
here,
doing
but-
anything, Danny?
What?
Are you doing?
Yeah, are you
anything?
busy?
No, I'm just chilling. out.
Okay, cool.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, come in,
You can
Danny.
chill with us.
Yeah, chill with us. I'll
Yeah, I
put
know
the
the
third
first day
mic
on the job.
Yeah.
You'll
Hey,
get
don't
used
get
to it.
nervous. Yeah.
Okay, so Friends cast will make millions of dollars to return for a reunion special. So it's not they're bringing
It's
back
a
Friends.
reunion special. Though.
Reunion special on HBO Max officially confirmed. The one where they got back together. I really can't wait to not watch it.
You know,
I'm not
see,
gonna watch it either.
I'm looking forward to not watching it actually.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna have to watch it,
Uh,
and you know why.
That's upsetting.
But here's the thing. It's so telling that none of them really got any better roles after that. Like they
I
peaked
mean, I
at
guess
that
Jennifer
show.
Aniston. I mean, no, not better roles, but like
Oh no, I shouldn't say
She's-
better roles.
she's doing stuff.
She does stuff.
Honestly, even David Schwimmer, he was on The People vs. OJ. He was good on
You know,
that.
was
He
on
played
there.
Rob.
People,
He played Rob Kardashian.
did not know that.
people. Yeah, but people do things, but nobody
Nothing's gonna be
remembers.
Friends.
It's never gonna beat Friends. And I understand that like it's a double sided blade. At one point, you're like, wow, I really made it. Because if you look at me, most people are gonna be like, it's a guy from Friends. You know what I mean? I get that. But it's gotta haunt them, like how when astronauts, don't you dare bring up that argument again. How when astronauts go into space and they're like they see the Earth and they're on the moon, and it's like the most majestic thing
I want
ever.
to hear this argument actually.
No, you
Well,
don't.
okay, we
No,
need
no,
more
no.
astronauts.
Let
We
me- no,
need
we
more
don't.
astronauts.
We don't
No,
need more
actually,
astronauts.
I'm a big NASA guy, so
No, no,
I'm
no.
on
We
board.
need more
Danny,
astronauts.
If you're a
We need
big
more
NASA
astronauts.
guy, then how don't you understand that the reason we're not constantly sending space shuttles up is because there's nothing for them to do right now?
Danny, let me say this. He believes that the Earth is flat. And
I
he
do
he
not.
believes that the moon
I
the
do
moon
not.
landing was fake. He doesn't believe
Wow.
the
I,
moon
in
landing.
fact, do not believe
Okay, but there's
either
no
of
proof
those
they don't.
things.
And the thing is that why would you listen to someone like who believes the Earth is flat and the moon landing was fake when you can believe us who believe the astronauts are real?
Okay,
I mean,
Jason, how does gravity work? Yeah, go on.
Okay,
Tell
so
us.
why don't you ask the
Okay, okay.
astronauts? You can't because there's none. We need more of them.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Don't ask me. I'm not a
It's so
certified.
telling.
I'm not a certified
It's
space person.
so
Astronauts are
telling.
certified space
It's
people.
so
We need more
telling.
astronauts.
You know why there's not astronauts? Because you can't leave the dome. If the Earth is flat, there's like a dome covering
Oh
it.
my-
They just bang, like they just hit the thing.
Well, yeah, that's what you
so that's why-
believe.
yeah, and that's why there's not more astronauts.
Because the Earth is flat.
That's the
because the
fu-
Earth is flat.
Yeah, and there's a dome covering it.
but people have left.
but why would you
people
believe
have
that the
left-
Earth is
people
flat?
have clearly left the Earth before us.
What?
Yeah.
People have clearly left
So
the
why
Earth.
would you believe that
It's
it's
all
flat?
faked.
How? Like,
Yo, we just saw Mackenzie Photoshop her boyfriend and a wolf into something.
That's true.
If you can do that, you can Photoshop anything, guys. You
That
can
was the-
Photoshop
that was
I
anything.
gotta
also
give him that.
recent.
I gotta give him
that was also
I
recent.
got. I give you that
so
point.
Yeah, right.
This, I feel like this, like I don't think we had the technology back when. Like,
But like the
back in the
government
60s, so-
holds the technology from us and then releases it, and you have no proof too that Mackenzie isn't a government agent.
Okay, but to be fair,
Yep.
The reason why I understand why Cam believes that the Earth is flat and why the moon landing was fake is because he saw a YouTube documentary on it.
Well, I mean
thought you were
that
just taking
makes
Kyrie
that's
Irving's
important.
word on it, personally. but-
Well, no, you gotta.
And not only that, when you think for more than 10 seconds, you're like, have I ever seen a place that is just completely round and floating? No.
So what about gravity? Though? What about like? There's no gravity.
I
in
mean,
space. Like,
but like, what is space?
Well,
And-
you hate NASA.
with a passion.
why do you hate NASA?
Well, like when you think of it like this, what does NASA even stand for? No one knows, and that's sketchy.
iPhones and NASA.
Nobody,
actually, I know-
nobody knows.
Ariana Grande made a song saying NASA. You know they stole that?
What she made a song about NASA.
Yeah.
And here's
Well,
the
no,
thing.
no, she didn't make a song about NASA. She made a song called NASA. I
Oh,
think
really?
it came out before NASA.
Probably, but like here's the thing: people believe that like the reason the Earth we don't know the Earth is flat is because like the government, the Illuminati, they're keeping it from us because we would get
And
power
anonymous.
from it. Yeah, and so here's the thing: Ariana Grande, super famous, super popular, probably knows Mackenzie. Mackenzie, probably a government agent. Government agent probably knows the earth is flat. Probably knows the earth is flat. Has a lot of power. Has a lot of power. The government, Ariana Grande, part of the Illuminati.
Actually,
Illuminati confirmed.
that's not true at all.
Yeah, I think it's true.
No, it's
And
not.
they made NASA. And NASA made space.
NASA made space.
Yeah.
Well,
man,
how
is
would
that
you
not-
explain? There was a thing
you-
a couple weeks ago where there's an asteroid. There's two of them that passed by. One of them had like a moon on it. And it was pretty cool. That one was supposed to hit us and it didn't. And then there's another one that almost hit us, but it didn't.
How do I explain that? They
How do you explain-
didn't hit us. If the earth was round, would have hit us. It's government conspiracies. It's like, oh look, there's an asteroid. Oh, it passed us. And it's every time. It's every
It's
time.
so
You gotta
unlikely.
wonder. You gotta wonder at a certain point how many times are these asteroids going to keep missing? Do they have really bad aim, or are they just not there, or are
I
they
feel
just
like
not there?
what about comets? How do you explain comets and such?
How do I explain comets,
Yeah.
Danny?
Yes.
They're not that. When it's a screen, like you know how like a window saver like goes and it like bounces in the corner.
Yeah, but,
It's
It's
a
you-
comets.
but it doesn't make any sense because what you're saying doesn't make any sense.
That makes
Ariana
perfect
Grande
sense.
made a song called NASA.
I understand.
Okay,
Yeah.
Grande, 5 letters. Space has 5 letters as well.
Exactly.
Grande and space, they go hand in hand.
Jason,
That's a
No,
great.
no.
No, that's a great point.
And I understand that. But then when you take that 5 plus 5, what is that? 10.
Here, come here.
10.
All
Divide
right.
that by 2,
Yeah.
it's still 5.
Okay.
And when you
Yeah.
take the 5 minus the
Okay.
4 letters in NASA, you get 1.
Okay,
There's only
no, no,
one
no,
AJ.
Okay, you
There's
guys-
only
Guess
one
Guess
AJ.
What? Guess what? You actually just proved my point.
How?
I'm saying Ariana Grande made up space. Okay, she made it up, and if she has 5 letters and space has 5 letters, that's only more proof for me that she made it up.
But you didn't divide by 2 because when you add the 5 and the
Yeah,
5,
go
you
on.
get the 10. You divide it by 2 and then you get the 5.
And
And,
guess
then when
what?
you minus
Ariana
the 5,
Grande-
you
and
minus
guess
the
what?
4 and
And-
NASA from
oh
the
my
space,
God.
and then you
there's
get the 1
2 people.
AJ. The
There's
1
two-
AJ.
No, because if you divide it by 2, you get 2 people, Mackenzie and AJ, the 2 most powerful people we know.
I think you guys are crackheads. Good night.
Night, Mackenzie.
Good night,
Night, Mackenzie.
Good night.
Night.
Good
So apparently you're a
Night,
government
Mackenzie.
agent. I don't know. But
Yo, who was that, Danny?
Who is
I have
Yo,
no,
how
I
did
wish
she
I
keep
could tell you.
getting
I have
in
no-
here?
I have no clue.
That's
I'm so
wild.
sorry. I
I'm
don't know.
scared.
She teleported. I don't know what happened.
I wasn't a fan of that.
No, that really scared.
I mean,
We had a girl. Actually, no, we haven't. We've never had a girl on the show before.
you've
Was that
had
the
it.
first
Oh,
time?
No, I think you've had a couple.
No,
Have
I don't
we?
think so.
Yeah, they came in when you had the box out there. And they
Wait
came
a
in and
second.
donated.
Now it's 51 years of Women in Iona. It's 2020.
Oh, we should have a celebratory girl on the podcast. 51 years, never done before.
When do you want to do
Think
that?
about it. I don't know. Maybe next. You know what? We will actually have one probably in about like 4 weeks.
4 weeks.
Maybe. So that might be
4
something. Yeah,
weeks.
a really
That's
famous
too
Iona
soon.
student.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait,
Um,
really famous? Do I know?
Yeah. Oh yeah. You know, probably everybody knows him.
Does Dan?
Yeah, Danny definitely knows him.
Well, I don't know that it didn't say the name.
Well,
Actually,
of course
it's
I'm
not
not
a
going to say him. It's going to be a secret.
Okay.
It's like a Dwayne the Rock Johnson reveal, except like, you know, they'll show up this time because like they're not.
I don't know how. I
I
don't know why he blew you off. That was
That
so
was
mean.
really mean,
I'll have to talk,
right?
I have to talk to him.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, Danny, can you do something about that?
Yeah,
Aren't
that
you
was-
supposed to
yeah.
be doing
Dwayne,
things?
listen. What the heck?
It was.
You heard it
uncool.
here first.
Yeah.
Dwayne, listen, what the heck? If
That's-
that doesn't, if that, if
Yeah.
you didn't feel that, because I felt it.
Oh, I did.
I'm not even Dwayne the Rock Johnson,
Experience.
and I
Supposed to be
felt
your-
bad.
You're supposed to be
You
a
should
role
feel
model.
bad.
What are you doing?
Yeah, it really hurt us.
Wow, I feel really bad.
Yeah.
I feel bad for not coming to this podcast, and I'm not even Dwayne Johnson. I'm not coming here
and
every
you
day.
came here.
You
Yeah,
didn't
every
you
day.
sit Here
You're here all the
every
time.
day.
I'm here every day.
Every day.
Exactly.
You think there's 3 people in this room right now, but it's an optical illusion. There's only one.
There's only
It's
one
just
AJ.
Danny.
It's just
Oh, Danny
Yeah.
too. Wait, so what about Danny? You only said Mackenzie and AJ. You never said Danny.
Yeah, well, of course, Danny's not a government agent because he's not a corporate shill. He's not a corporate lapdog.
I feel like
I
you're a higher power.
I'm not a higher power at all.
Well, he's
feel
biding
like-
his time. Like Danny's going to usurp them, but not right now. He's just biding his
I do
time.
not plan on
Let's
usurping them.
get into the head and break Danny.
Why?
Danny, we're gonna break you. What are you hiding, Danny?
Yeah, Danny.
Danny,
Oh,
Danny.
oh,
Oh,
he's making
God,
a
oh,
run for it.
God,
Oh,
oh,
no,
no,
he's
no,
opening the
no,
door,
no,
and he
close
goes
the
to close
door.
it.
Oh,
Oh, it's
my
gonna
God.
show.
People always do this. Is it us?
We push people away when we need them the most.
Is it us?
No,
It can't
no,
be
it
us.
can't be us. Look at us.
You guys are so weird. Everyone
No.
around us is so strange.
Yeah, they're weird.
It gets me. It gets me genuinely upset.
Oh yeah,
No one can act normal.
I don't understand
I
your
ca-
motivation.
I literally cannot work.
like.
Just talk.
I don't even want to anymore. How does this like? Nobody will talk to us ever.
Do you think it's me?
No, you know what I think it is? They have such extreme views on everything. Such extreme views. And it's so hard to compromise with people who are like, "Oh, I believe in our Lord and Savior." And like, oh, man, like I get it. I got your
Take a
pamphlet. You know
chill
what I
pill.
mean? Yeah, and then they come to your door and like, "Would you like to buy a box of cookie?" And I'm like, "No, little girl," but like, oh, and she's
Then you
oh,
want the
she's
cookie,
sad,
and then
I'm
you
like,
don't
oh,
want the
yeah,
cookie.
and
I mean, maybe I'll buy the
oh,
cookie to make her feel
and then
better.
they have $80, and I'm like, "Where did my $80 go?" And then they leave, and it's like, did I push them away, or did they just like that other house across the street better?
No, or did they just use you?
And
Use
that's what
you
I
for your
feel
$80.
used.
You
Exactly.
feel used.
There
You're not
wasn't a
good
genuine
anymore.
like there wasn't a genuine connection there, and that's what I feel like in these kinds of friendships where all I asked was your deepest, darkest secrets and what makes you mentally tick, and then you leave, and it's like, what
But,
else was I gonna
Like,
do
is there a reason? Is that even like is that fair to leave?
to us? No.
But like,
So
yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I don't understand.
and I
What
don't
like
get it
what do we
either.
do to Danny besides want
Well-
him
well,
to expose
yeah.
everything about himself and
Yeah,
expose
his potential
entire
plans, yeah, all of his personal stuff. Well, here's what I don't get, and that's where I think the crux of the problem lies. We're Danny's only show today, right?
yeah.
That means, and Danny runs this thing. That means there are no other shows. We can just keep talking.
I mean, if you really want to.
Yeah, I guess we'll just keep going, right? Yeah, probably. No, the show's on Monday. That's
But
weird.
things don't really matter. Nothing matters. Nothing matters.
But you were saying that earlier, and what if some things matter?
Well,
Have you ever considered
that's
that?
blasphemous. How could you say that, Cam?
Well, I'm just
no,
trying to-
Cam. Wait, hold on. You're losing yourself right now, dude.
But people
Cam.
we say nothing matters. We commit grand arson, and then they leave. What if we say some things matter, commit grand arson, and then we leave?
Well, then that would. Oh,
Right? Maybe we change our approach
Cam, I don't
to
like
grand
this.
arson.
You're changing. This is a new you.
I don't think so. I think it's always been here. Don't right? Right?
Cam,
always been
Cam,
here. Yeah.
Cam.
I don't have my glasses.
You don't have your glasses.
No,
Can you see anything?
not really.
Yeah. You should maybe
Unfortunate.
see the world from my perspective, huh?
Well, I tried, but like, you have glasses.
Yeah.
I don't.
And like Lil Wayne once said, he actually said this in
Really?
in a lyric. Most of y'all don't get the picture unless the flash is on.
That's deep. Can I end on a final question?
Yeah, sure.
Does Mackenzie wear glasses?
I've never really seen Mackenzie, and I've never seen Mackenzie in the same room.
With Mackenzie?
No.
Yeah, right? No. It's really hard to tell. I don't know if we kind of like, if you people don't know how this operation works, we kind of just get told things through like a tube comes down, so we're like, bump, and then we have like, there's a note inside and it tells us what to do. We don't see anybody, we don't interact with anyone. It's honestly, we're just kept here.
This podcast makes me lose my mind.
Yeah, we've been in here for how many days?
I'm losing my mind.
We haven't unpacked.
I
it.
can't do this anymore. All right.
Good night, everybody.
I
Have a
want
good
to know
time.
your
Yeah.
location.
He wants to know it. Give it to him, please. Please, it's moving back on its own. I don't enjoy this. Goodbye.